Hi, I am Dr. Tranquility, and you're listening to and watching this evening Dr. Tranquility Talks Conscious Dating and Relationships. We have amazing guests. We have a couple of guests tonight. Um, and it's all about how to look better during the holidays and spruce up and get your glow going and get yourself together. Of course, I bring in the expert from Revolution Aesthetics. She's amazing, Jess, and she's going to be with us to tell us Jessica, to tell us all about Jessica Nunez, to tell us all about her protocols, what she does that works, how you can look great during the holidays if you're feeling a little frumpy, what you can do to spruce up, to glow up, to get your body rejuvenated and restored. It's all sorts of amazing things. So we are going to be right back with Jessica Nunez from Revolution Aesthetics, excuse me. And we're excited to have her. Stay tuned. Dr. Tranquility talks conscious dating and relationships of all kinds. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hi, this is Liz and Elena from Two Swans. We teach people how to live healthier lives by using natural forms of healthcare. Are you lacking energy, having pain, trouble sleeping, or always under the weather? We have good news. We can teach. Oops, we have a little bit of a programming issue. Trying to figure out what it is that. Let's try that again. Ships of all kinds. It is an evening. Hi, this is Liz and Elena from Two Swans. We teach people how to live healthier lives by using natural forms of healthcare. Are you lacking energy, having pain, trouble sleeping, or always under the weather? We have good news. We can teach you how to take control of your health using natural solutions. Just send us a message at info@twoswans.life. That's TWO swans.life to claim your free gifts. Hi, I'm Dr. Tranquility, and I want to tell you about my protocol, date therapy. It's been seen on BBC and The View and Fox and abcnews.com and so many other places. It's an inside-out protocol. So if you're really trying to figure out what it is that you're looking for, maybe you're new to the dating game, perhaps you're back in the dating game after a breakup or a divorce, this is a protocol that helps you get in touch with your true. I'm going to have to come back. We're having some operating difficulties, and that's okay. This stuff happens during live radio. So let's get into our next guest. Her name is Jessica Nunez. She is brilliant with a needle, and she's a nurse, so it's totally okay if she is. She has a company called Revolution Aesthetics. And it is amazing the work that they're doing there, and they're turning women's lives around one day at a time. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
How are you, Dr. Lydia? How are you?
Good. Dr. Tranquility in the house.
Yes,
You can call me Lydia.
yes.
So, tell us all about some of the protocols that you're using that you find work well in helping people get energy and have just more happiness and peace with the way they look and the way their skin looks.
So there's a couple ways to treat. So what we do is we do a complete overall assessment on the client based on what it is that they're looking for, because not all treatments are suitable for each person. What I find that if they're open to recommendations, the best things that I found is usually starting clients on IV therapies has been very helpful. So basically, right now, because of the season, a lot of people, their energy starts to change, they start to slow down a little bit. And I find that if they do IV therapies with a vitamin B complex, that seems to be really helpful in kind of getting them through, especially if they have seasonal affective disorder, which tends
Right.
to be very common around this time. And, it's really great when they also include other therapies. And I like to be a big advocate for radio frequency.
And what is that?
So basically, there's two types. The radio frequency microneedling is done with a laser. It's done with a pin at the end of the device, and it's what it does is it emits warmth energy into the skin, and it's designed
Okay.
to stimulate collagen. And
Oh,
yeah, no, it's a fantastic product. I actually had it done yesterday, so I'm looking a little glowy today. So, but it's
you
well
look
worth.
great.
Thank you, thank you. So the beauty of that treatment is that there is a really fast cell turnover for boosting collagen, and it is very natural. Nobody's going to know you had anything done. I usually tell people if you're going to get anything done, you have a wedding, you have an event, plan at least 2 months ahead to get it done.
Now, why is that?
Because it gives the skin time to heal and recover and settle in. This way, people like myself, aesthetic nurses or medical professionals, aesthetic doctors, can actually make adjustments before, let's just say, that
Mm,
Christmas party or that reunion or that wedding. And
right.
it just really helps me, especially fine tune towards those kind of goals, those deadlines.
Right. Amazing.
And then the other microneedling that seems to be really popular among other aesthetic professionals is the microneedling with plasma. They call it
Vampire facial.
vampire facial, PRP,
Hmm.
and that's really fantastic too because basically is we're drawing out the growth factors from the skin and we're infusing it along the body. And the great thing about that too is that there is a beautiful cell turnover. There's brightness to the skin that's noticeable within days. It really improves the dark circles. So if anybody wants to improve the dark circles, that's usually a great way to address that.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of PRP. My one of my
Yes.
clients, Dr. Hal Blattman, uses PRP for osteo issues and myofascia issues. And but they also have an aesthetic arm out in Ohio. And so his nurse gave me a vampire facial, and I just loved it. I looked good for like a year.
Yeah. No, it really does a beautiful job with the skin. It just makes it radiant and glow and that tightness that comes in, it really is worth it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, what do you find people come into most when they come to Revolution Aesthetics?
Well, I find that just a quick Botox seems to be a nice refresher and a pick me up for pictures.
Hmm.
What happens is that there's a lot of mixed information that's out there, and
Okay.
I take the time to just educate my clients so that they can understand the benefits of the medication.
Okay. Can
And
you educate us here a little bit?
yes. So, what I usually tell people is that it's really great because it does reverse some of the signs of everyday stress that
Hmm.
since we're wearing the masks, some of us are still wearing masks at work. And it really kind of helps soften along here, which seems to be, people call them the 11 lines, the expression lines along here. And it really just creates the more relaxed appearance. It also enhances a person's self esteem because they do feel more refreshed.
Right.
Yes. And
Yeah.
there's other treatments that you can benefit from Botox as well, but that's usually the most general areas.
Okay, great. So I was complaining about just before we went on air, I was complaining about my jaw. I guess that would be my jaw, but there's another name for it, but that's okay. And right here, and you mentioned Kybella. What is Kybella?
So Kybella is also known as deoxycholic acid. Uh,
Okay.
yep. So what it is, it's actually a great medication that you can actually treat in areas that there's a little bit of like fatty deposits. So the most common areas are the chin. Off-label uses are usually maybe bra rolls for some women, or
Okay.
abdominal areas, little the pooch, we like to call
Mm-hmm.
that. And but there's also other areas that can be treated, and it's usually along here, the jaw
Okay.
area, and it really just helps define the jaw, and there's no downtime.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Good. I'll be in. So, so tell me about something else that women can do, because I know women are trying to understand, and there's so much on the market now. It used to just be Botox,
Yes,
and
no,
that was the one thing you heard about. Now you hear about all of these other treatments. And
yes,
with
so
holiday parties coming up, I know
yeah,
people want to get in to see
mhm,
you and to see professionals to have this done.
yes. So there's really amazing array of treatments. I think it really depends on the person, but my recommendations, and I think for getting ready for the holidays and just trying to fit into that dress or that specific shirt, I'm a real advocate for body contouring. And
Ah, okay.
yeah, so there's other ways, people call it cool sculpting. You can freeze fat, but I like body contouring because you're basically um, really working with the person's body shape. And there's several ways to do it. We do through manual manipulation, which is wood therapy, which is not it's not common in a lot of med spas. We do practice it here. It is
Okay.
it is a practice that's usually done in mostly in the Latin countries, Colombia, Brazil, and what we do is we manipulate lymphatic drainage through wood therapy.
Okay.
And it's really great for bringing out the curves. So if you want to do that, get ready. That's your thing. Yes.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yes, it really is a great treatment, very beautiful treatment. We do body
And
grafts.
is
Mhm.
that done on the waist?
Yes. So the common areas to treat would be mostly the back, the lower back area as well, around the waist side, and
Hmm.
the abdominal areas. But legs can also be contoured for decreasing cellulite and increasing some of that tightness back into the skin.
Okay. Now, is that like M Sculpt? I've heard about this M Sculpt. I know that's a particular machine
Yes. So M
that's
sculpt.
cost a fortune, from what
Yeah.
I hear.
So M sculpt works differently because what that does, it stimulates muscle.
Okay.
And when we're working with body contouring, we're working with how the body is metabolizing or utilizing the fat on the surface of the skin. We want to smooth the surface out. We're decreasing the appearance of cellulite. We're helping with drainage of the fat in that area.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's
That's
no changes into the muscle.
so then M Sculpt is more like a TENS machine that they would use in physical therapy,
Yeah.
right? To
It
like,
activates the muscle growth.
right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I was always wondering because I saw these ads and I'm like, what is that M Sculpt?
Yes. Yes.
But then my public relations client, Dr. Hal Blattman, told me, he said, "Do you know how much the machine costs to bring it in?" And I said, "No." And he was like, like thousands,
Yes.
20, 30,000, or no, it was like 100,000, wasn't it?
It's yeah, there's different ranges for the machines, and a lot of different medical technology companies are coming out with variations. So the machines can vary anywhere between 50,000 and up. It really just depends on the organization, which who has the newest model, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, what would you tell a nurse who would like to follow in your footsteps?
Well, I definitely think there's several components that come to play. It's not only wanting to inject and get in there, it's really having a passion for helping people, really working along with them, because it is a journey. This is not a one and done where you're gonna just inject the person, they're never gonna come back. No, this is a relationship that you're gonna be building with the client, and continuing education is extremely important.
And you
because
run classes, don't you, in the Hudson Valley area?
yes, I do provide training, advanced trainings as well.
Wonderful. And do you do them in the city as well?
We're currently not in the city right now, but we are looking to be somewhere near Fifth Avenue, which I've been kind of researching right now. And there's some beautiful locations out there, so we would be in the future.
Good. That's
Yeah.
going to be exciting to have you. Revolution. We're going to have a revolution in New York.
They're so cute.
Yay.
Yay.
So, what is your favorite treatment
My favorite treatment, to be
of all of them?
honest,
Because I
yes.
know it's not just, as you well said, it's not just enjoying the process of injecting or injectables. It's also to have a creativity, and you have to have an aesthetic eye that you really have. So, what is your favorite?
I think for me, believe it or not, has been I do like to work with fillers because there's a magic that happens, believe it or not, with fillers, and people are just like, hey, yeah, you can just put it in. No, no, no. There's a beautiful art in harmonization, which is where we create balance and really restore the person's best self, the best versions of themselves. It can take anywhere between 2 syringes up to 7, to be honest, because we're really looking to restore and really rejuvenate. A lot more product goes into place. Depends on the filler products because there's a lot out there. So it has to be suitable for the client. I do love to work with threads. I'm an expert in PDO lifting threads. And that is
Now,
one of the choice.
what is that?
So there's a couple out there. There's 2 types, and I'm just going to go general because there's a lot of people out there watching. So there's 2 types: PDO collagen threads, or threads that are small and they're easy. They're placed all along the skin here, and what that does is it builds the collagen naturally. It's the same thing like RF. It just stimulates it, and your skin gets nice and tougher, and it holds better. Your skin doesn't get softer, or you can't see it ripple as much.
Okay.
And then the lifting thread is a different mechanism, whereas we put in the thread along here. I don't know if you can see it, like here.
Okay.
We create certain marks and vectors. They're called vector lines to create support, and we do what's called snatching, and there's no downtime. A little bit of anesthetic is used, and there is tightness that's immediately noticed, and the skin just firms up, but there's just a nice beautiful lifting effect that takes place. So when there's people at home, they're kind of doing this pulling effect because they want to see what they look like with a mini facelift. That's achievable with PDO lift threads.
Wow.
Mhm.
I never knew that. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
How fascinating. Well, we're going to be right back. We have to pay some bills, and I had a little malfunction going on here. So we're going to be right back with Jessica Nunez of Revolution Aesthetics. Stay
Yay.
tuned.
Thanks.
Hi, this is Liz and Elena from Two Swans. We teach people how to live healthier lives by using natural forms of healthcare. Are you lacking energy, having pain, trouble sleeping, or always under the weather? We have good news. We can teach you how to take control of your health using natural solutions. Just send us a message at info@twoswans.life. That's TWO swans.life to claim your free gifts. Dr. Tranquility talks conscious dating and relationships of all kinds. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Would you like to find balance between your personal power and harmonious relationships? How would it feel if you can exert your will in partnership without exerting too much authority? And finding an effective balance that works. A chakra recharge can help you do just that. Whether it's before a first date, an existing relationship, or a work relationship that needs an infusion of positive energy. Visit
This is Dr. Tranquility for LFTD infused teas. That's lifted infused teas. All lifted teas are made with premium spirits and cannabis. No preservatives or sugars to give you that hangover, groggy feeling. You know what I'm talking about. You can choose from 6 different flavors. My favorite, the mango peach. I find it to be the most flavorful. So, lifted infused teas at LFTD Infused Teas on Facebook and Instagram. Enjoy. So we are coming right back now. I am taking this every direction but in front of the camera. This is lifted infused tea. She has lifted shots, which are great. You just shake them up and you drink them. Now this is CBD and or cannabis. It always. And so you either have the THC or the CBD. And then you may have premium alcohol in it as well. Now, I don't drink, as most of you know who watch me. So she makes ones for me that are non-alcoholic, and she will do that for anyone. She has a series of flavors. They're amazing. You have to try them. You'll find her on Instagram at LFTD_infused tea. And we are back with Jessica Nunez of Revolution Aesthetics. Hello, gorgeous girl. How are you?
Hello.
So we're talking about different types of things that people can do to get ready for like the holidays, and before you know it, guys, it's going to be Valentine's Day. So if you don't get this done for the holidays, make sure you get in to see Jessica by January so that you're going to look good in February. It'll come up before you know it. But everyone's thinking about holiday parties and all the things they have to do, and they want to freshen up. Do you recommend peels?
Yes. So there's some really great peels that I would definitely recommend, especially for brightening your skin and clarifying it. There's different ones out there, but my favorite would be what's called is a Manticleer peel. Circadia, the company, I'm not endorsed by them in any way, but I do like their product. They have this peel, whereas it's great for hyperpigmentation, sunspots. It really takes care of the acne. So it's just that perfect peel that delivers with no downtime. And the results are noted within like the same day of the treatment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's a very beautiful brightening peel.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
And you also do IVs there, don't you?
Yes, we do different forms of IVs. So I like to kind of cater it to that specific case. For men, I really like to push the amino acids because it helps them perform better. Our IVs are called the alpha, meaning the alpha male. And it's just incorporated with lots of great vitamins to kind of keep them energized and working through their workouts. And it's great for all ages, anyone over 18, and helps metabolism. And for women, my favorite is the Lipo Slim. It's a IV therapy that's designed to control appetite, meaning it suppresses your cravings, and it also burns fat.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one. I need to come in and get that. Fat burning rather than vitamin C, right?
Yeah.
So you have a peel that has vitamin C in it, and you mentioned it to me. Can you tell our audience about that? Because it sounded really interesting.
So there's a couple peels, but I always incorporate the vitamin C portion of it. My preferred method is usually peels, like the lactic acid peels. I do like to do just hydrating peels, but the vitamin C component of it is really great because it's an antioxidant, and we're putting it on our skins. It just really revitalizes the skin. You can really notice the difference within a couple of weeks. Your skin is just more supple. It just looks more rested, and the pores look better as well.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. So if you had to pick a treatment, what would you pick? If someone's just getting started using aesthetics, um, what would be your first recommendation?
My first recommendation to anyone, let's just say above 30s, let's just say male or female, wanting to really notice a great difference and just overall improvement in their skin. I like to work with what's called the Switch Revitalization Facial by Circadia. Um,
Okay.
it takes about an hour and 20 minutes. That's how long I take with my facials. And it's amino acid based and it helps tighten skin, and it's also done in series. So it's not one and done, but if you continue to come in within every month or every 5 weeks for at least 5 sessions, the
Hmm.
skin really starts to have this beautiful turnover. The lines disappear, and it's a very popular facial that I provide.
Wow, it
Mhm.
sounds lovely.
Yeah, it really
Very
is.
excited. So I have to ask you, Jess, how did you, or Jessica, how did you, I call you Jess, but how did you get into this field?
That's a really good question because now more than ever, it's become really popular. And I guess I became involved in the industry before it was considered popular. I just did it because it was a really great way to transition my creativity and my love for patients, but in a different way. Long
Okay.
story, yeah. So long story short, I'm a former emergency room nurse, and dialysis is
Ooh,
my background.
mhm.
Yeah, and I just wanted to do something creative, and this just seemed like something, just a total different opposite spectrum that I wanted to learn about. And that was about 8 years ago. So I've been in my specialty close to 8 years now.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you really know what you're doing.
a little
You
bit. Yeah.
really know what you're doing. And now you've added some other people into your protocols and your program over there at Revolution Aesthetics, in that you have a makeup artist who
Yes.
did that your amazing makeup for Halloween.
Yes. Yes. He's very talented. His name is Mickey. He is a
Mickey.
very talented makeup artist, and he really went all out with the interpretation of the Poison Ivy character.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. You looked amazing.
Thank you. It was
I
a
was
lot of
trying
fun.
to find, and that must have taken a long time to do.
Oh goodness, yes, it did.
But then he does makeup for like parties and events and
Yes, he does. He actually has. He works by appointment only, and he does hair. He does makeup. He does makeup for weddings. He's just a very talented person.
great. So you can go into Revolution Aesthetics and get the 1-2 punch. You
Yes,
can have
we're
spruce
yeah.
up and then made up.
We're a one
One
stop
stop.
shop.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Well, I thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for
Jessica, why
having me.
don't you tell everyone where they can find you?
So in Middletown, the business is called Revolution Aesthetics. The website is www.revolutionaesthetics.com.
Mhm.
And we're on Instagram and on Facebook. And we're here to answer any questions. But yep, that's where you can find me.
Okay. And you're going to be heading into the city, so can they email you? Do you have an email where they can reach you to find out when you're going to be opening a New York City satellite?
Yes, they can message us on Instagram, but they can also message me at revolutionaesthetics@yahoo.com. And we'll reply back
Wonderful.
as soon as possible.
Wonderful. Well, Jessica Nunez from Revolution Aesthetics, I thank you for being here today.
Thank you
It
for
was a
having me.
rocky start, but we got it all together.
Yes.
And it was just such a joy. And I'm going to come see you about that Carbella.
Yes, I look forward to seeing you.
Okay, good, sweetie. It was lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Have Bye. See you soon.
Thank you.
That was Jessica from Revolution Aesthetics, and she is an amazing aesthetic nurse, a nurse esthetician, I believe is the correct terminology. She has a long a long experience in working with different people. She really takes a look at you and she'll sort out kind of what you need. I meant to ask her about the Kardashian butt, I want that. I'm the only Black woman in America who doesn't have it. It's ridiculous. But next time when we have her on, we will talk about it for sure. So I thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, this is a special edition of Dr. Tranquility Talks, Conscious Dating and Relationships. Make it a great week. Take care, guys. Bye.